This Jay Muse.
This is Eddie McClintock from Warehouse 13.
Hey, this is Brian Holler.
This is Brett Dolph.
Hey, this is Eddie Trunk, and you're listening to Beer Bros and BS.
Beers Bros BS.
Beer Bros and BS.
Beer Bros and BS.
You should be listening to Beer Bros and BS every day, every minute for the rest of your lives.
Snooch to the nooch.
Welcome to episode 32 of Beer Bros and BS. I'm Dave, the Big Librarian. Tonight, we're doing a special episode, our second appearance here at MIA Brewing in Doral, Florida. Tonight, I'm joined with
Dan, JJ the Male Chef,
Jose,
Alex, the King of Alapata,
and we have a special guest,
Bear.
So, welcome, Bear. We always have a couple questions whenever somebody likes to come in. These are hard questions. Feel free to say whatever you like. If it's too hard, just say they're too hard. But if you could have any one superpower, what would it be?
I like to fly. X-ray vision might be really cool.
But the one you'd love to have.
I like to fly.
Okay, fly.
Flying Bears.
Flying bears, get high and just go fly around the city, you know.
Hell yes.
Half bake.
So who would win in a fight? Iron Man or Captain America? Just one-on-one. To the death.
I think I'd go with Iron Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think every single person has said Iron Man.
Yeah, just that suit, man. Just Tony Stark, bro.
You just fly up there and you just launch missile after missile after missile. And...
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so what's your favorite style of beer?
Favorite style of beer? I'm really in between right now, stouts and sours. So I would go with either one of those two. Miami, you know, sometimes, you just want something light, refreshing, so it kind of fits the bill.
And if you were stuck on an island, what one beer would you bring with you the whole year? You have enough food, you have power to keep it cool, but what would be the one beer for a year you'd have to have?
Tardis that we have on draft right now. Love that beer.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
So Tart Saison. It's not so sour, so it doesn't feel like it's rotting the enamel off your teeth. Still refreshing. It's good with food. Still gets you drunk. It's got a good APV on it.
Sounds good.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah. It is amazing.
I think that's going to be my dessert today.
You got your dessert here.
Oh.
So, you guys want to introduce the beers? Because we are drinking all from MIA Brewing tonight.
Yeah.
We'll just name them off.
Yeah. All right. So on the sheet we got Machete, which is an Imperial Red Ale. It's very delicious. We also got the Oud Couple, which is a sour brown collaboration with Cigar City. Came out really good. We had Wayne Wambles down here brewing it up with Mike. Then we got Sietes Poncetias, which is a Berliner Weiss with, I believe, hibiscus and ginger. And then we have My Little Friend, which is Imperial Stout. Czarface's best friend. It's 12%. It's the biggest drink we've done at MIA so far.
Wow.
So we've also have the Little Friend we have in aging in Pinot Noir barrels with Pierre stuffed it with cherries.
Oh,
so yeah, that's going to be coming out in probably like 6 months.
First breaking news right here on Beer Bros BS. Once again, for all the Miami Beer listeners.
You heard it first. Listener. Our one listener. Thank you.
No, dude, there's like that guy in Iraq that listens to us every day, right?
Yeah. I was looking it up. We've almost
Peace
been
to
on.
that dude.
We've been on for just like 11 months now. Or no, 12 months. Next month is our 1 year anniversary.
Oh my God, already. Yeah.
March 11th.
Yeah.
And it's ironic to see what countries have listened to us. People from Saudi Arabia, Morocco. I'm like, what are you doing listening to us?
Man.
Anybody from Djibouti?
Djibouti.
We love Djibouti.
Love Djibouti.
So, Jose, what topic you have? Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. Let's drink the first beer of the night.
The first beer of the night.
Yeah.
Machete.
What do you think about it, Dan? Because you're almost done.
He almost finished it.
I had a full glass of it earlier.
Yeah, I've had plenty of them.
I enjoy it, man. It's good. It's an Imperial Red, you said, right?
Yeah, it's Imperial Red.
So
it's sweet, but citrusy.
It's more like a tropical red.
Yeah, I guess.
Right.
Some people will compare it to like Cigar City's Tocobaga kind of. I like it more than that, honestly.
Yeah, me too. It's way milder.
I think it's really fucking good, dude. And it's just easy drinking, dude. I mean, it's refreshing. It's strong enough to not make you feel like a bitch, but it's still refreshing enough that you're like, okay, that's good.
Easy drinking. I like it. It's got what I'm looking for in a red.
Yeah. It hides the ABV well, so you get a nice smooth beer, perfect for down here. Any fun facts about the beer, Bear?
He's like, no.
Not really. I don't
just drink it.
Machete. I just like saying that when people order it.
It's like eating a tangerine almost.
Yeah, no. I taste the sweetness there too.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Like eating pineapple.
Eating pineapple.
So as always, we like to play a round of Would You Rather.
Oh boy. You ready for this one, buddy?
Okay. Something true to my heart right now. Would you rather have a stuffy nose or a runny nose the rest of your life?
Oh, Jesus. I'd rather have no nose.
How runny is runny?
Well, we'll go based off of Mythbusters, where it says a drip once every 30 seconds.
Yeah, I like that.
I'd live with that over a stuffy nose. I couldn't. Breathing would be impossible.
Well, you have the stuffy nose like when you're sleeping or when you're like during the day?
All the
There's
time.
a big difference.
The whole time.
24 hours of it.
So
I'd
basically,
rather have the stuffy nose because to go to sleep with that stuffy. No, I'd rather have the runny nose.
You have
Just
to
going
wash,
to sleep.
but
with
you have
the
to wash
stuffy
those
nose.
pillows, the pillowcase every night.
I'd rather wash the pillow.
You'll
At
wake
least
up
I'll
in
be
a
able to
puddle.
sleep.
You gotta do it anyway when you're sick. You gotta wash your sheets unless you want to fucking get it again.
yeah, I have a runny nose.
Yeah, actually, you know what? He's right. JJ's right about that because it's happened to me. And now, ever since it happened to me one time, I fucking air out my room and wash the shit out of my sheets.
Okay.
Every time. I mean, it doesn't hurt to do it either.
Makes
You
sense.
know?
Dan and I live in our filth.
Don't be a dirty,
And we're made stronger by it.
Dirty bastard.
We're filthy animals.
Oh, yeah.
You filthy animals.
What about you, Jose?
I'd rather have the runny nose. I can't, because if you have a stuffy nose, you lose one of your senses. So you can't smell really.
That could be a good thing.
Yeah, what if your other senses get stronger?
Yeah, but I can't smell any of the beers, for instance.
Oh,
You also can't smell me ripping ass right now.
Well, hey, you have to take the bad with the good, man.
Dan?
I think I'm gonna say the same as everyone else. Just the only downside to that is that you would go through a shitload of tissues, and that would get expensive.
No, you start getting hand towels,
Yeah, get a hand towel, a handkerchief.
Yeah.
Throw it in with
We
your
know you
sheets
have
when
tons
you
of
wash
hand
it.
towels, Dan.
or you get a tampon. Stick those two up those.
I know you
You
have
might as well have a
tampons too.
stuffy nose.
No, for a runny nose, you just stick two
Right,
tampons.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, right. Do some nasal sex. No, no.
What?
Man. Yeah.
Properly lubricated.
You took it to a weird place real quick.
Hey, man.
Yeah, baby.
Oral is too mainstream.
Okay, so this is a tough question.
You stick it in your nose.
Yeah. I feel bad if you could stick it in somebody's nose.
Yeah, right.
I feel bad for them.
Yeah, that's right, bitch.
Tear their nostril off.
That's right, bitch. Snort it.
So, keeping the questions odd, would you rather have no balls or no thumbs?
Fuck, man. That one's really tough.
Can I still kind of so that means no more ejaculating, no more busting a nut?
Yeah.
You can still
Can't get a girl
Climax.
pregnant, though, right?
Can you still orgasm?
I like-
though? You
I
can still
like-
orgasm.
Yeah, you can, but nothing's
Yeah,
gonna come out.
I'll take my thumbs, man.
but you will then be the equivalent of handling tools like a cat or a dog. You'll have no opposable thumb.
Yeah, like grabbing a cup would be really hard.
You have to grab it with your
I
mouth.
need my thumbs, man. I think I'd rather have my thumbs over.
Really?
Yeah, I
You would
don't
have to
know,
drink out of
man.
his
I
snout.
like
Here
playing
you go.
video games.
Right.
You know, I like, you know.
But you
I'm
can
with
play.
Bear on that one.
You play you get a controller, the adapter, and do
Or you can play PC.
play PC.
Yeah,
play arcade style.
Nah, I'm with Bear. I'm with Bear.
I
I'm
like
keep
my
my thumbs and I'll.
joysticks. As bad as that
And you don't have
sounds.
to worry about knocking anyone up.
Yeah,
So there
nobody's getting pregnant.
Firing blanks all day.
Yep.
Sounds like a win-win.
Dan?
It's a tough one, man. But I think that I would sacrifice my thumbs to keep my balls.
Like having them played with that much, huh?
I do. Man. I really do. Yeah.
Can I do one thumb and one ball?
Yeah, actually.
Yes.
I would
yes,
do that.
but I choose.
Okay.
Oh.
Left thumb, right ball.
Can you keep your balls and then chop off your toes and put them where your thumbs were?
Oh, you could totally do that.
Yeah,
People do that all the time.
Yeah. Put like your big toe on your fucking hand.
man. You might have like your balance might not be so well now when you walk around. You're missing your big toe.
Yeah,
but-
fucking like it'd be like a weird Andre the Giant thumb.
Megan, what's her face?
The more champion.
She's got the club thumbs.
Oh, the hot one.
Megan
right?
Fox, right?
Yeah,
That's her name.
Megan Fox.
Oh, really? She has weird
Yeah,
thumbs?
she
She's
has,
super
have
hot.
you ever seen her
With
hands?
the weirdest thumbs
Oh,
ever.
I never noticed, dude.
Go look at her hands.
Michael Bay doesn't let me. She films her hands.
I've really never
Of course,
noticed
because
that.
he puts a lens flare on her thumbs.
Oh, man, you're thinking J.J. Abrams.
No, see, this is why when they were showing a transformer.
The Transportos. You watch a lot of Transportos.
Them transgenders, bro. Them trannies, bro. Don't tell me you want to go to Bangkok now.
Dildatron.
JJ loves the lady boys.
Those lady boys, but-
Porno.
Freudian slip.
That's amazing.
Hashtag transporters.
Whoa, I was about to.
Spider boner.
Bikel. It's funny because the director's going to be Bikel May.
I was just thinking about fucking robots, sex robots that were transforming. But anyway, I lost my fucking joke now. Fucking, they blur out Megan Fox's thumbs in Japan.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bear got it.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, man.
Thank you. Took time to cook that one.
I probably should say that one for the end, but this one's not so hard. Would you rather have a grapefruit-sized head or the head the size of a watermelon?
So you look like Hey Arnold.
Fucking
Moving football head.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dan?
So grapefruit or watermelon?
Dude, grapefruit.
At least it'd be shaped right.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, but there's all different kind of sizes in watermelons, you know.
I mean, I don't want to look like I got Zika virus, but I don't want to look like Stewie Griffin either, you know. So,
But they do have in Japan they do have those square
That
watermelons
doesn't help.
Are you sure?
that's even worse.
Actually, that helps a little bit.
With hair? You could form your hair around it.
Oh,
I don't know.
perfect flat top.
You guys remember the guys from that awful Super Mario Brothers movie? The
Oh
Toothless?
God, yes.
That walked around with the small heads?
Yes.
I don't know if I want to look like that either.
That's true. So, at least, you know, if you had a giant watermelon head, you'd be like, hey, baby, I got a big fucking brain. I'm the smartest man on earth. And
yeah.
they might buy that because you got a big fucking head. Be like, hey, big head, big cock.
You know what they say about a guy who's got to get big earmuffs, right?
Fuck, earmuffs must be a bitch. Well, you have to get earbuds all the time.
Funny you say that because the final question of the night is, would you rather permanently wear a cheap fedora the rest of your life, or double the size of your ears?
Oh God.
That's an interesting one. Because you know what? I kind of love cheap fedoras. I don't really.
Yeah, I don't mind cheap fedoras.
Yeah, I'll take the cheap hat. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, in the
my
shower,
ears are already pretty big, so
it's stuck on you wherever you go.
Oh, so those things are falling apart then.
Yeah, so and it's weird, as soon as you go down a water slide or something, you hit the water, you pop out, another fucking fedora's back on your head. You're like, how the fuck did that happen?
That's
Actually,
awesome.
I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. That sounds like fun.
yeah, I was gonna say I might get my own sitcom out of that.
Yeah,
Dan?
I don't want to walk around with satellites on my head.
Yeah. I don't want giant Dumbo ears.
Ross Perot,
I'll
But
keep
think
the,
about it, you might get Channel 2.
you get UHF.
my old guitar amp used to pick up Cuban radio stations.
What?
Yeah,
That's weird.
It's either
What were
a great
those
amp
like?
or a really shitty amp.
I think it was really shitty.
It was
And
from
it
an
was-
old
it was-
military base in Havana that's still broadcasting.
Yeah, it just had like some sort of, I don't know, a weird magnetic field that it was bringing in sometimes.
Este radio reloj.
Yeah, it was a lot like that actually.
You hear that at Homestead. When you put 790, you hear the Cuban radio stations.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna try that tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's
man.
it's like a little bit less. It's like 780.
Oh yeah, okay. I gotta check that out.
Oh, yeah, Guba.
So before we get to our regular part of the show, we're on our second beer of the night.
The Oud couple. Once again, this is the CCB and MIA Brewing collab. So this is we call it sour brown.
Sour brown. It was a
Wow, that's good.
I forget exactly what the base is, but it's a sour, and they got it. They threw it in a Pinot Noir barrel, and then they cut it with a brown ale. So that's
Nice.
why it's got that nice beer finish. It's
So I
got that
imagine
nice
they
brown
brewed it
ale.
separately and then they put it together, or
Yeah,
they blended
it
it.
separately, and then they blended it in the barrel. So and it came out, I think it came out delicious.
Yeah,
we have it in
absolutely.
bottles now too. We released it the other day, Saturday.
yeah, I got a hold of one of the bottles. The illustration's hilarious. It's the head brewer from MIA and Wayne Wambles.
Yeah,
and
it's
they're
funny.
like,
Yeah, that
Like-
beard that Mike has on there.
Yeah.
Mike does not have a beard. If you guys ever see this this label,
yeah, it's
it's
just
pretty funny.
hilarious. And it's like when I look at it, I was like, oh my god, it's like Cartoon Mike and like Wayne Wambles. Like this is awesome.
Do you guys still have bottles here at the brewery? Or?
Yes, we still have plenty of bottles. You'll be able to get it here anytime. Also like Box Elder, we'll have them. Total Wine, downstairs, stuff like that. Local.
Awesome.
Nice.
No bottle limit here, or
No bottle limit, man. Come by and get as
fantastic.
much as you like.
Hey, all right.
You heard that here at Beer Bros BS.
Yeah, and hey, Bear, tell us a little bit about the 1 year festival that just took place.
All right, well, we had our 1 year festival Saturday. Bunch of stuff outside. We had face painting, a couple food trucks. We had a couple DJ Otto.
Yeah, he was
kicking
awesome.
it. Yeah,
he was
killed
so
it.
awesome.
Yeah,
That minivan, that little bug that he had outside kicking. I love that thing.
it was awesome.
We had a bunch of people here. I would say over 2,000 or 3,000 people throughout the day. There was no big lines for any beers or any special releases, so everybody was kind of just free flowing, walking around, having a good time.
You guys had some domino tables out there too, right?
Yeah, we
we
had
had some
some
people playing dominoes.
Dominoes,
Giant Connect 4.
Giant Connect 4, yeah.
We had 8-Bit Lexicon next
trucks.
door.
The Mr. PB&J, they had
Lots of tacos.
They had
Hell
also
yeah.
MIA Brewing cooking out there too, which was fantastic.
It was a
Yeah.
hell of a party.
Even
Yeah.
Meattown, which is right next to us, had they were cooking churrasco out there. And stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I heard
I
people
tried-
could pick their steaks and then they'd cook it for them.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
Yep.
pretty cool.
They had some churrasco with an avocado sauce.
I didn't try that.
I tried it with JC, a friend of the show. Holy shit, that was amazing.
Yeah, they have good stuff over there, man. They
was like-
sell good product.
It was like a chimichurri, but instead of
Cilantro or whatever.
cilantro and all that, it was avocado based.
Bro, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, and the big food highlight for me was from Miami Smokers. They had a Thai sausage that was fire.
For the lady boys.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You thought you were gonna get a taco, but you got a sausage.
That sausage,
Thai
though.
sausage, no less.
That shit was fire as fuck.
Hashtag transporter.
Transporto.
Oh man, you got 2 strikes against you today already.
Transformers.
If you look hard enough, you might get both.
Only if you're lucky.
Yeah, well, it's Thai.
You
Made
like
love you long
sour
time.
cream with your taco and sausage.
Yes, Jose. Yes.
Spider boner.
Anyway, but props to
Who doesn't
MIA.
have sour cream with their sausage? Come on.
What?
My girlfriend likes sour cream with sausage.
Is it right, sweetie?
Jose's wife, Sonia, is in the brewery today, too. She's scowling at us.
She looks very happy.
But in any case, thanks to MIA and all you guys here. It was a fantastic event. It was
Glad you guys
festival.
enjoyed yourselves.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Also,
I enjoyed myself, that's for sure.
hell yeah, me too. hey, Bear Bros BS helped out a little bit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jose and I were volunteering. We were pouring.
Yeah, we're pouring at the same
One of the
tent,
outside
like-
tents. Yep.
Yeah, me, my friend here, Alex, and my wife was pouring at the same.
Yep.
Helping the industry, helping them grow.
Volunteer
No, yeah, it was
for
a very
craft beer.
fun time. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
love
great.
I love to volunteer for the event.
Yeah.
So
And real quick, since we didn't get to talk about it last week, also shout out to Wakestock for having an awesome event.
Yep.
Miami is on fire right now with amazing
yeah.
beers and beer festivals.
Yeah, this is cool, huh, man?
It's a great time.
I love it, man.
What a
Four-
time to be alive.
Yeah,
4 or 5 years ago, there was None of this down here.
Yeah, bro.
Nothing.
No, nothing. And now we got, we also got Biscayne Bay opening down the street. So.
Yeah, that beer that they had here, the Buenas Noches.
Yeah, Buenas Noches was
Fire!
great.
That shit was fire.
Hell yeah, man.
Okay, so Jose, what topic you got for us tonight?
So the topic that I'm bringing to you is the U.S. Postal Office has filed a patent for practically movable P.O. boxes. So what they do is that they would store whatever you're sending over into a truck. It would move, like it would travel over to your house, and then you would have a key to be able to open it.
So your P.O. box is getting delivered to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
So kind of
Through like a drone or?
Yeah, it's basically like a self-driving car, automated like vehicle that has like lockers.
Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of a P.O. box? Because I got to give my actual address.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you just get an actual box mailed to you?
Yeah, exactly.
well, my thing is,
Because then
like,
you can't do illegal stuff.
Yeah.
imagine you get into a car accident with a post office automated driver.
Oh, what a great payout.
As if you already don't hate the post office enough. Like, it wasn't even a driver in there, and it still ran into me. And imagine that comes late.
You don't even have anybody
Your
to yell
package
at.
comes late because he crashed into it.
No, but it would be awesome. Like if they actually do it fully automated and across the nation, do you know how easier bottle shares would be?
Oh, shit.
Do you just put your bottle in there, like lock it up?
I mean, honestly,
But
it's
then the
pretty easy to send beer anyway.
It'd be really awesome to get and receive anything now.
I had a casualty,
Bitcoin.
actually, talking about beer trading.
For real? Damn.
Yeah, I had a casualty once. It was an extra, though. It wasn't anything I was looking forward to. But
Oh, shit.
Still sucks.
yeah, it still sucks.
You open
Luckily-
the bag, it's glass and...
Well, the package was leaking, so I'm really lucky it didn't get pulled.
No. Yeah, usually
Yeah.
they do that, bro.
Yeah.
No,
I
I've
feel
had
like
the-
the guy must have dropped it when he was delivering it, and that's
Oh,
what it
shit.
broke.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, whatever.
What a douche.
That would suck. It's like, my beer's almost here, and the guy's like, oh, here you go. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, they fucking they throw it to the door. Oh, damn, dude, that sucks balls.
They need better beer delivery. I know there's a lot of hurdles legally for that, but they need to get their shit together.
All right, so JJ, your topic?
All right. Well, I don't know if I could top Spider Boner from last week, but I will attempt to...
Don't worry, because your trans porno did.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Hashtag trans porno.
Wait, do you really want to hashtag?
Yeah, that's not... No, that's
You
a
might-
bad idea.
We might get more hits.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll get our Thailand listeners will shoot through the roof.
Yeah, well...
You'll get hits from behind.
Zing!
Anyway, so... Have you guys seen...
Sausage and sour cream. Sorry.
No, it was great.
But, yeah. So, anyone seen the movie Apollo 13?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So you remember it shows Tom Hanks taking a whiz in outer space. So you kind of get the idea of, hey, what happens when you take a whiz in outer space? So for those who don't know, you haven't seen the film, they just go into like a little pod area and then it shoots out the pee into outer space. Pee no more.
It's almost like
Pinot Noir?
Is that why that tastes so bad?
So it's almost like the capsule itself sucks some
Yeah,
pee off.
Yeah,
It sucks up dry.
Yeah, I mean,
Suck some dry. Well done.
so anyway,
You got to stick it into like a hole, and
Yeah.
I think you just shoot it into the...
no, it's like a little compartment.
it's like a vacuum, no?
No, because it's enclosed. Like you stick your shit into the.
Your shit.
I thought we were
You can
talking
say
about
penis.
Wait. So you actually put your dick in something? I thought you just kind of like shot it into...
No. I'm gonna get to that. You have to shit in bags,
Right.
but you pee in this like fucking. It's like a box, and then
Put your dick in a box.
yeah. So think of like dick in a box, but it's like so they call it
But
the
it's
urinal
sucking
on the
the whole
wall.
time.
No, it doesn't because it would fucking freeze your dick. So you can't do that. So anyway, so it's an enclosed space, and it's been the technology ever since the space race and all that shit. So, but there was a major malfunction one year in 1988. The space shuttle Discovery had a severe malfunction where they couldn't come back to orbit into Earth because there was a 30-foot pee-cicle attached to the fucking spaceship. And what happened was one of the valves or whatever that releases all the pee, it froze up, and over time, it just accumulated all the pee and it turned into a giant pee-cicle. And so they're like, well, you can't re-enter the atmosphere with this because it can break off and it can damage the ship and you're all gonna die. So they're like, you have to.
That's
so they're
pee-cicle.
Yeah, so they're like, all right, you're gonna have to try and melt it. Oh, that's easy enough. There's the fucking sun. So they rearrange the ship, turn it around. The sun could not melt this fucking pee-cicle.
What the fuck?
So they were stuck here in outer space for 24 hours with this fucking giant pee-cicle stuck to the ship. And then they're like, all right, well, someone's going to have to break it off. So they use they didn't want to send anyone to do a spacewalk. That's too fucking dangerous.
And nobody wanted to touch the pee-cicle.
You gotta draw straws for that job because nobody's gonna step up to the plate.
So they used one of the robotic arms to break off the pee-cicle. But during this whole time, since it clogged up their system, they had to use their poop bags as pee bags as well. And so it got messy at points because it wasn't meant to contain liquid really. So they were trying to like wrap up their underwear and extra clothes and whatever that they had. So pee wasn't, the little droplets weren't flying around in the middle of our space.
So they would pee into their clothes in the bag?
No, they would pee into the bag, into the ship bags. And then since the bags weren't made
they wouldn't
for it,
seal well.
they wouldn't seal well.
Right.
And so they would have to wrap them up in clothes and hold them down. Because
why not just put your clothes in the bag and let it absorb your pee? I mean, it's gonna get pee on it.
No, a couple of the guys had to do that. Yeah. So there you go. Terror from outer space, something you'll never hear in school.
I hope they pay those guys good.
I want to be an astronaut.
Gotta go take off
shit and pee flinged at your face.
Well, to be honest, when kids say I want to be an astronaut, they're usually still pissing their pants anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
What?
Because they're like,
sometimes you turn 30 and you still do it.
Yeah, you're saying.
They're like fucking 5 years old. They're like, I want to be an astronaut.
I had a grown man's voice at 5.
I don't know.
You were like 6'3", fucking 230 at 5 years old.
Sounds like me.
Fuck.
Anyway. So how did you get this information? Were you watching a video from Thailand?
Came on after Transporno.
No, guys, you got to get right. It's Transformers.
Transformers.
My goodness.
Jesus.
Women.
15 minutes. He probably saw a 15-minute video. Like, astronaut tries to pee in bag.
I like that.
He's like, look at his swag.
Broke out.
What are you trying to do?
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Science Channel's got some crazy shit, man. Sex robots and
Houston, we got
Whoa, wait, but talking about putting your dicks in shit, did you guys hear about that? About in China, they have they created a machine that you literally just put your dick in and it fucking sucks you off. Yeah, and then
it's called a vacuum.
No. But it stores your sperm. Yeah. It's like
to like donate sperm.
Exactly.
But it fucking just jacks you off and takes it for you. Yeah,
it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, because they need more fertilization, I guess.
no,
Need more people over there.
but how,
Yeah,
but like
that's what I'm asking. Like,
wasn't it like some sort of? It looked like a phone booth or some shit,
It
but it was
looks-
blacked out.
Well, no. It looks almost like you know what it looks like? It looks like an old 1950s computer kind of, but then it has like this slot for you to put your dick in.
No, but aren't you exposing yourself out in the middle of the streets?
Well, you don't have to take it. Well, I hope they
it's
don't
not
put
out
these
in the
on the
middle of the
street
street.
corners.
Is it like an ATM? It's like an ATM you just walk up? Like, hey,
it's like
I'd like to make a deposit. Yeah.
I need some
man,
cash.
If you need cash, you need cash, man.
Yeah. Here, jack me off and pay me. Yeah.
Sign me up.
I would do it.
Yeah.
regular customer.
Just imagine how big it'll be in Thailand.
No, it looks so big in this hand.
That's what she said.
Error, malfunction,
Error malfunction.
Your little dick.
overflow.
You have to insert. It's in. I swear.
Please insert penis.
No, they were talking. It was funny
That's
you
going to
mentioned
be
that.
Jose's line when everybody has a tagline. where you're going to be like, Dan, this line. JJ, this line. Jose's, please insert me. You fucking have to do it, dude.
Time mark this. Let's see.
Yeah, they were talking about that
minutes
actual whatever device. They were talking about bringing it to New York
What?
Oh god.
because they said it would help out, with homeless people or whatever. They could make them useful. I was like,
It's not gonna help them. It's not gonna help them
More
out.
of those
bro,
jeans.
It's not gonna help them out. It's gonna help them off.
yeah, well, hey-o.
It'll take the edge off.
Yep.
So we're on our third beer of the night.
Yeah.
Who wants to introduce this one?
It's called Siete Potencias, and I don't know much else to say.
Phenomenal job.
Ginger and hibiscus.
Yes.
It's a
Berliner
Berliner,
Weiss.
right?
So it translates to 7 something.
Seven
po-
powers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or 7 powers.
Seven something.
It's okay, man. I don't know
It's
Spanish.
Spanish
either.
for something.
I just don't see it at 7.
yeah, dude.
Potencias.
That was terrible, man.
That was the worst intro ever. What the
Dude,
fuck?
you know
Why
how
did I
long
know
it took me to learn how to say that to people correctly?
Yeah.
Siete Potencias. Fucking I'm white as fuck.
Yeah, dude. No, for real. Oh my god, dude.
Potentias.
And JJ, you were holding the wrong beer.
What the fuck?
So what do you all think of it?
I love this beer. This is one of the originals. Right when this place opened up, one of the first hours, right next to, as previously reviewed on the first time we came here, the Regresa.
I love Regresa a mí.
Yeah, that's a
great.
great fucking beer.
Yeah,
Yeah, isn't Regresame just this but guava treatment?
Yeah, it's part of the Veladora series.
yeah.
And all of them, I believe they all reference something from Santeria, either like a spell or something.
Yeah, because one was
Yeah,
Chango.
that's all of them.
Chango was
With the scorpion peppers and the blackberry.
Right. So that's actually one of the deities or whatever from Santeria.
Yeah,
Drawn from
that's cool.
Western African.
Yeah, that's the
religion.
idea with like all the beers to do that.
Is that like Papa Chongo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Papa Chongo, where's Son of Chongo?
Yeah.
That's why he has all the incense and whatever.
Yeah, this beer is great.
Yeah.
This guy's got a bit of a malty, weedy, bready undertone.
Definitely
like-
weedy for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how
Definitely.
like the ginger is kind of citrusy. Like it cuts a little bit like
Yes.
the citrus.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
they use the ginger as a citrus note.
Yeah, it's bready and that hibiscus flowery kind of flavor too.
super light, kind of tart.
It's good, man. I mean,
I like it.
it's one of the first beers I've had from this brewery, and it stands up, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what's next in the series, the Voodoo series.
Yeah, we haven't released anything off the Voodoo series in a while, but I think this is like the 3rd time we brewed Siete Potencias.
Right.
So, and it came out, I think this round it came out pretty good. They've all been great, so.
How many are there? There's 4 or is it 3?
There's, Siete Potencias Trengo, which is the spicy mango.
Scorpion pepper. Yeah.
Yeah, scorpion peppers. We also got the, Regresa a mí. I think there's one more, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Wasn't-
We have all the candles in the back. We sell the candles, though. It's awesome. We
Pretty
have them
cool,
here at the
yeah.
brew
The blue
house.
one, the blue one. Which one?
I think blue one is Siete Potencia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, is there one that's Mal de Ojo? Nah, right?
Madeo.
Maldo, there you go, man.
Yeah, there it
That
is,
was the
yeah.
one. Yeah, we haven't brewed that one since. So we kind of
Yeah,
forgot about it.
Oh, yeah, that one was good too. Shit.
yeah, I like Maldo.
Any updates if there's going to be any future one of these coming out soon?
Is there gonna be
not
7?
right now? Mike and Piero, they're all, we just signed on with Cavaliers, so they're pumping out beer for them. So, right now, no. I know they got a couple new stuff back there. I haven't really talked to them in a week or two because we were so busy planning with the 1 year that, it took up a lot of time.
True
You got the scoop on what's next to be canned. Right now in cans, there's Mega Mix, Tourist Trap, and Miami Weiss, right?
Anyways, well, also, Mike's going up next Friday to brew Domino.
Nice.
So Domino will be in can, and also Calle Ocho.
Ooh.
Awesome. Nice.
Breaking news
Yeah,
once
man.
again. Breaking news.
He told me that today, so
Hey.
Awesome.
That's very, very cool. I'm glad to hear that.
yeah,
That's a
Calle
great
Ocho,
beer,
man.
dude.
It's good, great oatmeal stout.
Oh, yeah.
It really is,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love it. Yeah. That's one of my favorites here. Where can all the good people find these cans? to purchase?
Well, the cans are at Whole Foods. There's a Whole Foods, Total Wine, corner. Not the corner, the stair downstairs. I don't know why I call it the corner.
Get it at the corner.
I'm thinking of the bar, the corner. Our beer's not there.
Yeah, the guy with the cooler at the
Does
corner.
Sunset Corners do it? Or?
Yeah, is there a liquor store over there called
There's
the Corners?
Sunset Corners.
Sunset Corners.
Yeah, I live over that way.
was like one of the first like
Most
craft
likely
beer-
by
beer
places.
places.
No?
They have a lot of good
Milam's?
stuff there, and they don't really get a lot of traffic.
Yeah,
Probably.
bro.
Anywhere that we should
Sucks
be
to let that
anywhere
secret out
has
right now.
Craft beer on a decent level.
Oh, okay.
You know, and we're not going to be at Publix. Maybe Winn-Dixie, because Winn-Dixie has a pretty decent craft beer selection.
Yeah,
Hopefully we can get in there.
Awesome, that'd be fucking great, man.
Yeah. Big things, man. Come a long way in a short year.
Yeah, man, short years. I remember walking in here, for my first interview with Claudio to get hired here, and there was nothing in here. And, a year later, we have a festival. Don't sell any tickets for it. Don't do any of that hoopla. And, shit, we had a lot of people come, and a lot of people had a great time.
Yeah, it was good. And it was a lot of different people from all over. A lot of people.
Yeah, it's a eclectic group of people, man. You had hippies, you had every different type of groups of people that you could imagine walking around, all mingling, having a great time. It's just
It's a very chill spot,
For sure.
and it's spacious, so you can spread out and have your own spot too.
yeah. You're not getting cattle to lines. Hey, go stand in
Cattle,
line for 40 minutes to
or you're
get
not
6
one
ounces of beer.
Yeah.
Or you're not getting compressed into one little area. Okay, no, this place has I like it because it has an open area outside and.
And you guys have the new event space. That's where A-Bit Lexicon had his arcade thing
Yeah,
going.
man. Well, we're going to be expanding the tap room. I personally talked to Eddie. I want to start a dart league.
Oh, that'd be
It
awesome.
would be maybe something bi-weekly. I think that would be
darts?
Darts.
That's amazing.
Dude, I'm
Yes.
fucking in.
Yeah, I'm in.
Man, you guys better be coming.
I play with my
amazing.
neighbor darts.
Yeah,
I played darts since I was in college, man. It's just something that goes with beer for me. So,
Oh, absolutely, bro. Yeah.
I've talked to him about that a couple times. Hopefully we can get that in, get enough support for it.
Or get a pool table or two, maybe.
I think a pool table takes up too much space.
Yeah.
The space equals money.
No,
Darts.
for sure, for sure.
You could put it against the wall, and when people aren't using it, it's not taking up
That's
space.
true. That's true. I get you. That makes sense.
But
That
a
makes
pool
sense.
table would be nice. Maybe we'll throw a pool table in the back for our foosball.
I love you, sweetie.
I wouldn't say no to that
I
either.
love you too, Jose.
Drunken foosball.
Some arguments over that.
He missed it. He's like, what are you laughing at? Jose, Dan said he loved you too.
I know. It's a
Oh,
train.
he's like, I'm just ignoring that.
I know it's a train.
Wait a minute.
Whoa, what kind of train?
Soul Train.
Whoa! So it transforms, is what you're saying?
Yeah. Wait, Transporter merge.
It's like a Voltron.
Piero,
Yeah.
he's always going upstairs on the brewery. You can maybe go up there with him. Yeah, man, go up there, put a freaking. I don't know about the jacuzzi.
I don't know. That would be
Weird.
kind of
Yeah,
messy,
yeah.
sweetie.
Yeah, that would be
I'm not even gonna go there. So Dan, what topic you have for us this week?
Excuse me, guys.
Whenever you're ready.
Anyway, yeah, I was
Next
waiting.
topic is
I was waiting for the background noise to go down a little bit. But basically, what I've got is something I thought was kind of funny. I have a random list of some of the funniest and just stupidest beer names that there are out there. All right, so I found something from the UK. It's called Bishop's Finger. And
Bishop's finger.
Yeah,
Put it in
I
your
don't know.
mouth.
I don't know if I want to know.
yeah, it's the description says it may not seem like a great name for a beer, but it's known locally as a nun's delight.
A nun's delight. So that means it gets you nowhere with women.
Oh,
I love it though. I think it's hilarious. There's one from El Monte, California. It's called Bier Bitch, but it looks like it's in German, BIERBITZCH. The Beer Bitch. That's pretty fucking funny. There's out of Oxfordshire, UK. There's the Dog's Bollocks, Witchwood Brewery. Ram Brewery in Lakewood, Washington has Butt Face Ale. I thought that was pretty funny. In Berlin, Germany, there is a brewery named Fucking Hell.
I believe that.
And the fucking can is just that's it. It just says fucking hell. And that's awesome.
You get like super wasted there. Everyone's like, fucking hell.
Dude, like they don't know a lot of English,
am I?
but they know like
Fucking hell.
the important ones.
The curse words. That's whenever you learn a new language, that's usually the first things that stick.
Barrett, be with me on this one. It's like, growing up in Miami, it's like, what's the first thing we learned in Spanish? All the bad words.
Yeah, pretty much. Of course. I don't know Spanish, but I know all the bad words.
Coño.
Come pinga. Sucia.
Pendejo.
That's a bad word. Sucia is a bad word?
Well, I
don't know if
If I call you a sucia, I don't know, man.
Danger zone. Danger zone.
Danger.
I think that's a great thing.
Yeah.
I love sucias.
Yeah.
Anyway, going back into this.
I'm genuinely confused.
Fucking hell. You know what? No, speaking of socias, there is a beer out of Amsterdam called Herpes.
I believe it's pronounced herpes.
Why would you drink that?
I had some herpes.
What? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Jose's wife just looked over.
real concerned.
Surprise!
A whole pint of it.
You heard it. You heard it here. Beer Bros BS.
Oh, no.
I had herpes, but I didn't know where I got it from. I just brought it to the.
That makes it even worse.
Brought it to the party.
You gave it to everybody.
I shared it with everybody else.
Jose's wife does not look pleased.
Oh, Beer Bros BS. Destroying relationships one at a time.
Jesus Christ. So there's another good one here out of...
Wait. Does it have a burning aftertone?
Jesus.
Burns when I pee.
What's the
That may be something else.
There's another good one out of Pagosa Springs, Colorado called Nipple Mountain.
Nipple Mountain?
I'd climb that.
Yeah, dude.
I've seen the top of the mountain.
Midnight Sun Brewing in Anchorage, Alaska has Panty Peeler. Thought that was a
We
pretty
have
good one.
we had a beer on from Engine 15, which is up in Jacksonville. Nutsack Brown.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Everybody, hey, let me get some nutsack. And you're like, yeah, you want that nutsack, huh?
Amazing.
Dude, I fucked up with the beers today because one of the special taps that you had during that anniversary was the nib slip.
Oh, yeah.
And so, our fantastic waitress comes over. I'm like, yeah, have the nip slip. And she was like, oh, yeah, the beer. No, we're out of that.
You want to see my nipple? What?
Get the fuck out of here.
Beer Bros BS does not condone sexual harassment of any kind.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, so I was trying to order the beer.
Dude, so this is going to be...
Yo, at Flanagan's-
I'll have some of Uranus.
wait,
what?
It's a beer. We had it.
Remember?
Oh, yeah. Are we still on beer now?
I
I
think.
thought we were talking about nipples.
Are we talking butt chugging? What's going on?
The Flanagans in the Rao, actually, they serve a special shot. And it's called Cuban Pussy.
What?
Okay.
And they have a variation of it where they put grenadine.
Oh, que feo. I know that one.
That's awesome, too. Best reaction ever.
Beer Bros BS. Se habla español.
Ahora, SAP.
This last one is going to be JJ's favorite one.
Oh, boy.
There's another beer on Amsterdam. It's called Transsexual.
Got him.
And the label is fucking hilarious.
Tom
It's a
Daniel.
picture of JJ.
But the label is great. It's
So glad I came back to the show.
it says on the fucking label, if you paid less than 70 euros, you probably had sex with a transsexual.
On the label.
And then under that, life sucks. Have a pint.
I wonder how many people have read that and been like, fuck.
Yeah. I paid at
fucked
least
up.
150 euros.
That's one of those beers you can label never coming to U.S.
Yeah, we're too prude here.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'm next.
Yep, do it.
For me, it's not as funny as any of those two. Well, actually, before I go, I have to say my favorite beer, funniest beer name I ever is from Funky Buddha up in Oakland Park. And it's These Nuts.
That's pretty good.
And I
These
kid
nuts
you
brown.
not, and I kid you not,
it's good.
going up there after a meeting, up in West Palm, driving back down to Miami. And I said, oh, well, fuck it, I'm gonna stop here since I don't have to go back to work. And there's no one there in the tap room, so I walked up to the bar. Oh, what can I get you a drink? I'm looking at the board, and I said, I like a glass of these nuts. And I felt so weird saying it. And she looked at me, and she's like, sure. Yeah. Some other guy that was sitting there was like, what'd you say? I said, these nuts. And at that time, I accented the D's. And he's like, what? You can order that? And she comes out, he's like, oh. He's like, no. Yeah. It's just a beer.
That's awesome.
It's just
I forgot to mention.
Sometimes it's more than just a beer.
I did forget to mention, if you guys wanted to hear more examples of things that I was saying, you could check out toughnarl.com. Dave over here has a couple articles about funny beer names as well. So
yeah, there's some over there.
Yeah, I think we covered that way early in the day, like episode 1 or 2.
Did we?
Yeah, we did a couple. My favorite to this day, while Dave is still getting ready, there was one that it was Carl Weathers as Dylan and Predator was the whole name of the beer. I was like,
that's amazing.
And it was just a picture of Carl Weathers with no arm shooting the machine gun with one hand with a Predator stabbing him. I was like, that's amazing. I'm sure they got
you son of a bitch.
Yeah. I'm sure they got
Kill me.
Yeah. Come on.
This beer is called Litigation.
Dude, they could just make a whole beer off the Predator one-liners. Come on, get to the chopper.
So,
Come on, get to the hopper.
Oh, there you
I
go.
want to pitch that to Eddie.
Yeah.
Get to the hopper.
So, for this one, for my topic, evidently in Europe, two con men attempted to sell a forged Goya painting, except they're backfired on them when they were paid in counterfeit money.
Nice.
fantastic.
So these two guys from Italy, they bought a painting, found out to be in 2006, and they paid 20,000 euro for it, and they found out it was fake. And instead of like turning it in and trying to get some money for it or whatnot, they kept it.
They kept the counterfeit money?
No, they kept the
painting.
To try to sell
painting.
it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So evidently, these two guys in 2014 found an alleged Arab sheik who was willing to pay 4 million euros for it.
At least it wasn't a Congolese prince, huh?
Yeah.
Nigerian prince.
Nigerian prince.
So they were going to go to Turin, Italy, and they were going to meet a middleman there that gave them 1.7 million Swiss francs, because they don't fucking deal with euros here in Switzerland, and they were going to deposit there in Switzerland as a down payment, and they were going to collect the rest. No, I'm sorry, they were going to receive 1.7 million francs, and the down payment was 300,000 euros. Except when they tried to take it from Turin across the border, Italy to Switzerland, they got stopped at the border. Like, why do you have 30,000 euros here? 300,000 euros.
Yeah.
Well,
Go buy some blow.
they tried. So the guards at the border looked at it and determined it was fake. Like, they couldn't even get to the bank,
Wow.
and they had their paintings taken from them. They never found out who this alleged Arab sheik was.
Oh.
So it was a sting?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a sting.
Oh. Sounds
No.
like it was a setup so they can grab their shit at the border.
It was a setup. It's just someone was smarter than them.
Oh.
So who came away winning? Who won?
Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Nobody won.
Nobody
Because
won.
somebody was going to try to use counterfeit money to buy a painting, and so he got it.
I think everybody just got screwed in our whole situation. Karma.
So it's to show you that,
Right? Poetic justice.
Karma, man.
Ocean's
Karma's a
11
motherfucker.
is not as real as it seems. It's a lot harder, a lot more fake money.
True that.
Before we get to Alex, we're on our final beer of the night. Who wants to introduce this one?
Little friend.
This one, Little Friend. It's a Russian Imperial Stout, I believe. It's
Yeah.
it's an
You're right,
Imperial
it's
Stout.
Imperial
It's not as opposed to the Czarface. It's not barrel aged.
No. Well, the Czarface was its own entity, and then they put some of that in the rum barrels that we have in the brew house. So that was the last version of Czarface that came out. But yeah, it's supposed to be like Czarface. It's supposed to be like a compliment to Czarface. So
Oh, okay,
getting kind
so
of a
it's-
similar name, you know.
So it's just like another variation of your Imperial Stout. So one of them is Czarface, and this one is
Yeah,
like,
but it's got a completely different formula. You know, that one has a lot of cocoa nibs in it.
Yeah.
Vanilla.
Yeah,
Yeah, the vanilla beans.
Yeah,
Tahitian.
I've been putting when we have Moo over Miami, which is our chocolate and vanilla bean stout. I'll put a little bit of that into a little friend, and I'll call it a little Moo.
Oh.
And it's pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds good.
But that little friend, my little friend, fire, really good.
say hello to my little friend.
And don't forget, as it was mentioned earlier by Bear, there's the special version of the little friend. Is it going to have a different name for that?
I'm guessing they'll come up with some goofy name for it. You know. Most of our beers have fun names about Miami and stuff.
My little
gotta love
socio.
the marketing, man.
My
It's
little
great.
Sucia.
No, my little socio.
My little
One of those.
socio.
No, he heard you. He heard you. He's a Sucio? No, yeah, my
No,
little
no, no. Socio.
Socio?
Very clever.
Oi, socio.
Yeah, but fantastic beer. Yeah,
Crickets.
yeah, this is a great beer. I can't wait to try more variations of this.
Yeah, I think you can also age it. I think it's a good beer for aging. Since we have it in bottles, I would age one for years.
Exactly, because right now you get the cocoa nibs at the end, so you get that bitter chocolate at the end.
Yeah.
Once that sits,
Oh yeah, dude.
I think it'd be good on some ice cream scoop or two.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah,
We do have a ice cream float, a beer float that we sell when we have Moo. We do it with Moo because chocolate and vanilla just go together. But we do have a chocolate beer float with Moo over Miami here as a dessert. It's like a in the know thing. It's not on the menu.
Oh,
You heard it
gotta
here
love
first.
those.
Beer Bros BS.
secret menu.
Yeah, you gotta come by and hang out with us to find out these things.
That's awesome.
Oh,
That's
I
awesome.
Or just listen to the podcast now.
You don't really. How many desserts have you eaten here? I've never really seen you eat that many desserts.
No, I haven't. Like,
No. Do you have a sweet tooth or not? Yeah.
yeah.
Next time we have Moo, I'll make sure we get you one.
Okay. Yeah.
Damn, Jose, you got like super intimidated by Bear there. You're like, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't have more desserts here, sir.
Can I have more, please?
Holy shit, dude.
So, Alex, what do you have for us?
Oh, nothing much. Since we've been gone, the Louis Vuitton Don has dropped his 7th studio album, TLOP, The Life of Pablo. I feel like Pablo when I'm working on my shoes. I feel like Pablo when you see me on the news. Whatever, man. It's actually, I'm not really a big fan of the album, to be honest. There's a couple of songs that are pretty good.
Bro.
His creative process was on display this time. He was acting a fool on Twitter. Fingers in the booty ass bitch.
Yo, what do you think about fuck Taylor, made that bitch
That's
famous?
just hilarious, huh?
You know,
I feel like we
man,
might
I
still
feel
have
like
sex.
We might still have sex. I made this bitch famous.
Yeah, I made that bitch famous.
Dude,
I don't know, man. He's all over the place, man. I feel like he's going through some shit. He doesn't know what to do with his life now.
to be
He's like,
honest,
he's a
they
modern-
still might fuck.
He's
Hey.
a modern day Miles Davis. That's what he is. He's the modern day Miles
Damn,
Davis.
Really? Yeah.
He's got that fashion sense that Miles Davis had.
Damn. That's big
But
ass words.
Miles
Yeah.
Davis was way more low key though. Like this guy.
Yeah.
No, not
he
really,
was
not really, not really.
He was dating movie
He
stars.
was flashy as
He was
fuck.
dating white movie stars.
Well, you know what? I guess it was just a different
in the
time,
50s
right?
and 60s.
No,
Maybe if Miles
Miles-
Davis had social media, he would have been Twitter ranting
Miles was
too.
flashy as fuck.
He owned a apartment, a penthouse up in New York.
Bro,
Manhattan.
I mean,
They
to
they
say
didn't want him in the
Bitches
building.
Brew back in the day like that as an album is like crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
and he had
Dope.
he had that crazy sick fashion sense where it changed over every decade it changed, just like
His
Kanye
musical style changed
and
a
the
lot
musical
too.
style changed just like Kanye's.
Well, I'll take Miles Davis over Kanye any day of the week. Sorry.
I think
Are you
Kanye
sure
would-
about that?
I think Kanye
Are you
would
sure
take
about
Miles
you sure
Davis
you
over-
sure I can't give you some acid jazz and versus some early Kanye and you'll be like, oh, I'll definitely listen to that.
No, but all right.
Kanye's such a tool bag.
Yeah, like
Such a tool.
I don't like
Become a toll bag, though.
and I like his old stuff, but like the new shit,
no,
no,
you
thanks.
become a toll bag. I mean,
I've actually grown fond of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Oh yeah,
That's
I
actually
was
a
like
great
that.
album from beginning to end.
I like that one a lot.
All of his work is
Actually-
really well put together. I mean, the sloppiest was probably Graduation up until now.
I mean,
And Graduation was great. I love.
honestly, the
Graduation.
dude is a fucking amazing producer.
Yeah, absolutely.
First and foremost,
For sure.
First and foremost, an amazing producer. I remember the first time I heard the Yeezus record, and I was like, "This is fucked up. Nothing sounds like this. What is going on right now?" It was like the first time I heard fucking Slipknot or Marilyn Manson or something,
It was a very unique
and I was
sound.
like, "Holy shit, what is this?" And then like I hated it at first, and then like this is garbage. What the fuck is going on? But then I kind of was like, okay, this is kind of cool. Nothing else is really like this. Yeah, like it grew on me a little bit. I'm not even a big fan of like hip hop too much, but I mean, I can respect what this dude does. I mean, I'll jam to it every once in a while.
He kind of went back to his roots on TLOP because he tried to implement more of like that soul gospel sound.
Yes, yeah. He had Kirk Franklin on the opening track.
Yeah.
Have you seen the video for My Beautiful Dark Fantasy?
Which
He has an album video. So just like instead of making a music video for a song,
it was the whole album.
he has the whole album.
like a movie.
It's like a movie for the whole album.
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
Because he has everybody makes music videos for their singles, but he made a video for the whole movie. So you can see just the music video like for
Lights or
lights, yeah. But this fits the movie.
Runaway.
That fits into the movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
Runaway.
So all of those videos for the singles are in the movie.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
all right,
parts
cool,
of it.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I wish that's cool. I heard about that. I haven't actually got to see that. But that reminds me when like MJ did the Moonwalker.
Yes.
And it had
Yes.
Smooth Criminal.
That's what
and
that was his idea is to
Yeah,
allude to
yeah.
that.
I wish more artists would do that. Like I know the music video is kind of a dead thing, but I hope someone like him that's super higher in stature that more artists would do that.
Well, it goes back to more artists going back to the whole album rather than just like taking each single at a time, like taking that album.
You got to have a complete artist, an artist that has a vision to do it.
And that's why I said he's like Miles Davis, where in the beginning he made Kind of Blue. It's either Kind of Blue or Birth of the Cool.
I love Kind of Blue.
I forget which one of those two albums still sells over 100,000 copies a year.
Wow,
That's awesome.
It still sells that many.
Damn.
And I remember one of my music teachers back, Mr. Gager, he left New World and he went to UM. I think he left there. He was director of the jazz program there for a while.
Hey, UM's music school is great.
yeah, it's a great music school.
I remember he told me, he's like, I'll burn any jazz CD for you that you want to hear. Any musician I have thousands of CDs. I'll do it for you. Except that one you have to buy.
Really?
You have to buy that because you have to own your own copy of that.
Wow.
And I think I downloaded it at the time. And I think, but then when I got to college, I took a jazz appreciation class, and I actually, you had to buy that for the class. I said, let me just pony up and buy it.
Yeah, it was
And-
$10. Whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Either way,
It's classic.
the way he changed jazz is the same way that Kanye didn't change rap or hip hop. He just went with the flow, and he kept progressing. He didn't keep stagnant. Where someone like producers like, let's say Lil Jon and Crunk.
Oh yeah, Lil Jon fell off because it was the same thing over and over.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where Kanye kept going. He kept going.
Yeah, he kept trying to reinvent himself.
And it got to the point where people did not like Miles Davis because they don't like that style of music. But to him, that was your art. You don't stay stagnant. You keep changing. You keep moving.
Evolution, bro. Evolution.
Yeah.
And like it sounded kind of like discord to some people, but he kind of already had a bigger idea.
And the thing that he hated is that he was friends. Like he respected and loved Louis Armstrong, and everybody respected him, but he hated how much how Louis had to. He said that Louis pandered to the white folk, kind of like how even his buddy brought him up, Jay-Z. Jay-Z even said, I could have rhymed like Common Sense, but I did five.
I did 5.
And I haven't been robbing like Common Sense. Yeah. True. He even admitted that he could have been better, but he wanted to pander and make that money.
Do songs with Justin Timberlake and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To kind of rewind back to the whole video thing, that got my brain like fired up thinking about like artists that I really like. As they did.
Transporter.
Well, no, I mean, you had Pink Floyd and The Wall.
Right. Like, if they did a whole movie, like, off of...
Daft Punk has Interstellar or, like, Space Station something or other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I was just thinking, like, Metallica and Justice for All. Like, the video for one was so cool, but that whole album could tell, like, a whole story of Master of Puppets. That would be...
There's the Through the Never movie.
Yeah.
Metallica's Through the Never. It's kind of a story.
Kind of, but, like, it didn't sync, like, perfectly where it would have been, like, Moonwalker, like what you're talking about with Kanye.
Yeah.
So that would be cool. Like, man, I would love to go back.
Meatloaf.
Yeah, to get, like one of your favorite bands, you know, to do, like, a whole movie, like, off of one album would be fucking cool. I would love to see that.
Have you guys ever tried talking about, like, syncing things up? What is it? Dark Side of the Moon?
With Wizard of Oz?
With the Wizard of Oz, yeah.
I have done that, bro.
And does it work?
It works out for the first half of the movie.
Yeah, and
then the album ends and the movie keeps going.
Oh.
But then it syncs up pretty cool for some parts. Like,
awesome.
I'm trying to, there's like some lyrics in some of the songs, he'll say something about like, you know, digging a hole or something.
Yeah.
And in the same fucking time in the movie, they're like doing that same action.
That's pretty cool.
Then, like, when there's a scene where Dorothy's walking along like the fence in the farm, and then she like falls over into like, you know, some pile of hair or some shit. I don't know, but whatever. When she falls over,
fucking Dorothy, dumb bitch.
Yeah. Who the fuck wears ruby slippers? But when the second that she fucking falls off, the song goes from like quiet and calm to like crazy at the same fucking time.
That's pretty cool.
When everybody's running around all crazy, like, oh my god, like the twister comes in the movie while the song "The Great Gig in the Sky" is playing on Dark Side of the Moon.
That's when they have all the vocals. I think it's Janis Joplin is actually doing the vocals for that, right?
I don't know, but it's like an instrumental track and just a woman like kind of wailing over it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure that was Janis Joplin.
And the Great Gig in the Sky is at the same time when the Twister is showing in the movie. So there's some cool like coincidences.
That's pretty cool.
To be honest, I wouldn't put it past them to do that shit intentionally just because they were real kind of like artfully minded like that, you know? But to get it like so synced is also kind of weird. I don't know, man. Some of that shit is kind of like reaching for something.
So the power of suggestion.
I do think a little bit, but I do also kind of think they were like inspired by, but not maybe trying to do it like as hard as what people are seeing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We got you.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's just my opinion, though. But I have seen that shit. And I've heard people do that with Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind and like some Radiohead album, too.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We went from off the rails to super fucking deep. Holy shit.
Wow. That seems really cool. Like,
Yeah.
that seems really cool. Just like, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of artists that, well, not a lot, but like that's awesome that like they would just like take their time to like.
It could happen coincidentally a lot. Like I like to watch TV with music playing, and I turn down the TV and I just wait for shit to sync up and just laugh at it. No, it's weird.
I've done that when done that before with my brother. Bored at the house, we're like, I was listening to radio and the TV's on, and it's just like some of it links up, and it's just funny as fuck.
Yeah, when it does, it's amazing.
Hell yeah.
Holy shit! Look at this.
I don't know. The only time I turn down the TV down is like if you're gonna do the NFL shit where like they do the voiceovers of like, hey man, I've got a cupcake. You want a cupcake?
The bad lip reading.
The bad lip reading is amazing, dude. Those are hilarious.
I used to do that all the time when I was a kid.
Dude, they have there was a bad lip reading of like WWE online. It was the funniest shit ever. Oh my god. So, I don't know. I just thought I had to mention that to you. Because I know you'd get a kick out of it.
Yep.
So let me ask you guys, what burns your bacon? JJ. Jose.
What burns my bacon? I don't know if I've covered this before. Excuse me if I have, but I'm assembled furniture. Assembly fucking furniture. So I got a cabinet from Pottery Barn, and nowhere in this fucking like furniture, it's like you read the instruction booklets and like, okay, yeah, it's like part A, B, C, D.
Wait, you read the instruction booklet?
I read the instruction booklet, and it's like, oh, put part B and D together, and then I look all over the boards. There's
I like putting my D in the B.
You're not having a good day then.
Well, sometimes I don't know if it's the B or the A.
It's interchangeable, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. These two boards are interchangeable.
Wait, are we talking about the same thing?
So,
Yeah.
so you're afraid,
Boards or broads?
so you're afraid that like if you start working on it, at the end you're gonna have the old Knight Templar from Indiana Jones show up and say, "You chose poorly."
And I have chose poorly before, and I had to take the whole shit apart.
Oof.
Way to rub it in, sweetie.
There's a big in the background.
Damn.
So,
Oh,
so no, like, not only that, I assembled this whole thing. I'm trying to balance it. I asked my wife, "Oh, can I balance it?" I try to put the board over. It fucking stubs my toe because it, like, nowhere in there, like, did I realize I have to flip the whole thing over, put the screws on the bottom, and then flip it back. So that's just it. Like, assembling fucking furniture just burns my bacon.
okay. Dan, what burns your bacon?
What burns my bacon might not seem like a big deal to some other people, but it really, really fucking gets on my nerves. It's when you've got ladies that walk loud as fuck. Like, I guess they're wearing heels or something. No, you know, like, when a bitch has, like, some heels on, and every step is like, clack, 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 clack.
Well, you
Like-
should stop going to the strip club so often.
Dude, I can't help it. I can't help it.
Bow chicka bow wow.
I gotta support the baby mamas. But no, but really, no.
Oh, Dave's broken.
But really, dude, I don't know why it bothers me so much, because it's not that big of a deal, but it just fucking annoys me so much when, like,
They do it for the
a bitch
attention.
walks by, clack, 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 clack. Like, fucking shut up, bitch. You don't need to walk that hard.
She's like an ad from fucking Empire Strikes Back.
Walk hard.
But it's those shoes that are just like click, click, click. Every fucking.
You know what, Dan? You know what would burn your bacon if they had high heels and tap shoes at the same time?
I would not be able to handle that.
So, do you like tap dancing?
No, I'm not a fan of it. No.
Who does like tap dancing? Like, who is that type of person?
Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby.
Cosby.
Go to sleep.
Gregory Hines. Yeah.
Fred Astaire,
Yeah.
asleep.
That's the only other one I knew.
Stewie Griffin.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Seth MacFarlane.
Oh, Jesus.
Sexy potty.
Dude, so Seth MacFarlane is gay, right?
No,
Stewie?
No, like Seth MacFarlane in real life is
I don't
gay,
know.
right?
he's dated what's her name, Khaleesi from
Really
Game
cares.
of Thrones.
Really?
What?
I didn't
Really?
know that.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Good for him.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, my God.
I thought,
Mother
you know,
of
because he
Dragon.
was so, like, fucking into singing and shit.
Damn.
Every male singer isn't gay.
No. No, but, you know, like, show
tunes.
I know you
Yeah.
fantasize, but Frank Sinatra's not gay either.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Whoa, what the?
burn.
And it was Dino. Or Sammy.
Man, that fucking blew my mind. That fucking Seth MacFarlane's banged fucking Khaleesi.
Yeah, Amelia. What's her
Yeah.
name?
Whatever.
Clark
Damn.
or something like that.
Really? She's, like, way younger, no?
And fucking hot, and he looks like my ass. Fucking whack.
I don't know, man. I think you're more like a Michael Richards type.
Oh.
What? He was in UHF.
Yeah. I was trying to do it.
Oh. And actually, there's another comedian that also kind of looks similar, Sebastian Maniscalco. Not a guy too famous, but he's on Netflix. But kind of reminds me of you. I'll show you
Yeah.
a picture later.
All right. Thanks.
Oh, whatever.
I don't know. The only Khaleesi I have is like a fucking pillow with a hole in it.
Wait, do you think Seth?
I believe it's called Pillow Lisi.
Khaleesi.
Do you think Seth looks at Game of Thrones with his wife together? Like,
Well, they're not
Does
married.
Seth have a wife?
well,
Well, if they watched it
He
together.
has a wife and he was dating Khaleesi.
He's a.
no.
Well, he's also
I
the
got
voice of
ahead-
Quagmire.
I got ahead of Seth's life, so.
Huh? It was supposed to be a picture of me.
It's not as close as I had once thought.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you were drinking. Nah. That doesn't look like me.
That looks like a bad doppelganger for Ben Stiller.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I guess it's sort of like a Ben Stiller
But
Green
you know who Michael
Power
Richards
Ranger
is, right?
mix.
He was Kramer on Seinfeld.
Ah, okay.
No, but
great.
let me show you a
when he
picture
was
of him
real
young.
young and UHF, like
Yeah,
everyone,
I
like
could see that.
yeah, and he's like super hyper, like when I was
yeah,
younger.
I could see that. I could see you busting through the door. With that little-
yeah. Oh,
God,
Jared,
man, I used to watch so much Seinfeld.
Jared, what are you doing? What are you doing, Jared?
So, Alex, what burns your bacon?
Oh man, when you put your shit in your cart online and
No, there's a bag for that.
If you're in space.
It's space.
Well, in cyberspace, there's no bag. There's a cart.
There's a vid cam.
You put your item in the shopping cart, and when you go to check out, it's fucking sold out. Why the fuck was it in my cart? What did I have in my fucking cart if it's sold out? That doesn't happen in real stores. You know, I don't go to the fucking grocery store, put a box of cereal in my cart, go to the front, check out, and they go, oh, no, sorry, it's out of stock. What the fuck kind of shit is that, man?
Unless you go to the supermarket with me. Then it's like I take it out of your fucking cart, put it in mine. But that would be the equivalent of it, but...
Yeah, that happened to me today. I was trying to get the Catador Club and it didn't work.
Well, I heard it didn't work for...
Hashtag Cigar City sucks. No, just kidding. That is a hashtag that they made themselves when they were talking about Hoodapoo Day a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah. After
all the haters.
fiasco.
Yeah, all the fake...
No, that's their thing. They were selling shirts that said that. It's not actually talking shit. That's their thing.
We love CCB. Everyone
Yeah,
loves
of course
CCB.
I do. No, but that was actually their phrase. They made it up themselves so that they can make money when people were talking shit.